Gary Vaynerchuk, host of Wine Library TV, aka WLTV, and this is BBQ Central.
Start the game! Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the really big Barbecue Central show. This is the show that talks about all things important to the world of barbecue and grilling. Broadcasting live from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city of Cleveland, Ohio. Widely considered to be the barbecue capital of the North Coast. By the way, I'm your program host, Greg Rippey. Happy to have you aboard here. You want to jump in? Love to have your phone calls. 216-777-2120. Again, 216-777-2120. Best time for phone call now, or in a little bit from now, or top of the second hour, because we're loaded up with guests here otherwise. Here's how you get in touch with me through the email.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com or on the Twitter and Instagrams at BBQ Central Show.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening in case you didn't get the newsletter. Coming up in about 12 minutes from now, he is a semi-recurring guest. Not to peel back the curtain here too much, because this project is in its very infancy, rudimentary stages, cobblings together of a guest Hall of Fame. Number of different segments that we're talking about here. Best recurring guests, best semi-recurring guests, best one-off guests. Compiling a list together, me and the embedded correspondents and some of the other folks in the inner circle of the Barbecue Central show, those that have a very well-versed and steeped background within the show that can recall a lot of potentially useless data, as it were. And we're doing what will inevitably be some kind of Hall of Fame of guests. And this guy, right off the bat, was thrown out as semi-recurring guest that could be in that barbecue recurring guest Hall of Fame. Of course, you know I'm always hung up on any barbecue Hall of Fame because I love it. Sam Zion, a.k.a. Sam the Cooking Guy. He's in. So very much looking forward to talking with Sam, catching up with him. He's got a number of different projects going on. Of course, he's got the TV show. Most recently, he opened up a restaurant out in Southern California, Not Tacos. We talked about that a couple months ago, getting ready when he was maybe a week away from launch or 2 weeks away from launch, maybe a little longer than that. So now we'll do a quick peek in, see how real life is treating him, things going on with the restaurant and so forth. And we'll talk a little bit about Labor Day recipes. We'll talk about some cocktails if you're into that. We're also going to be talking about some of the big stuff. Okay? So I just want you to be aware things are going to be happening wild and crazy. Then, so that's Sam. All first hour. No Meathead this month. We may or may not discuss that, but thoughts and good well wishes going out to Meathead. Not for him specifically, but for somebody in his family. And then we'll move into the second hour where we will be joined by somebody who is, and a term I love to say, shaking the very foundations of the barbecue and grilling culture, notably the slow and low barbecue culture. I don't know if you've been keeping track about new items that are hitting the market these days, cookers especially. I do, and I was forwarded this by a Centralite, a loyal Centralite. He said, hey, have you checked out the K-Rig smoker yet? Gave me a link. Right on. K-Rig pressure smoker. What? K-Rig pressure smoker. So I did a little reconnaissance, did a little due diligence, as I like to use that term with my youngest daughter. Find out this guy named Kyle Riggin is the guy that I want to get in contact with. Lo and behold, handful of weeks later, we got Kyle on. We're going to be talking about the K-Rig pressure barbecue pit cooker. It's a lot to say. And I have him for the balance of the second hour. So definitely first interview segment, potentially into the second, depending on if you have questions or comments. Don't forget, you can hit me on the email. You can call in 216-777-2120. All right. Let's take a phone call. Why not? I told you to hit me up in that first. In the open, you did it. Let's go to, it says, here we go. Let's go to a second week of stories from the smokers. Hello.
No, I think you got something wrong with your phones again.
Oh.
Greg, this is Stover.
Stover! Sorry, my bad.
I did hear that segment last week, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to find stories from the smokers on iTunes, but I think like your show, they disappeared.
Yeah, it was kind of a tragedy for
Hopefully
my
they'll come
show
back.
specifically. That was quite a tragedy for me.
It sounds like a great show and a very knowledgeable host. You can trust what Yoni has to say. I mean, Yoni.
Who? Look at it.
Hey,
All right, so what's
I
going
have
on?
a real story to tell you.
Go ahead,
Greg,
Stover.
that happened today. This is going to sound made up.
Is this
I
breaking
have
news?
a 7-pound dog. It's only news to me, but you know I like to announce my life events on your show.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a 7-pound dog.
All right.
She is now 8 pounds because she got into my pork butt.
What?
I'm not joking. We took her to the dog doctor today.
Out of
She
fear
gained
of
almost
life?
a pound.
You think she
turned
overate?
into a ball. Oh my God!
7-pound
I
dog.
took-
I mean, come on. What are we talking? You know, your fiance was the ruler of that. No man would ever buy a 7-pound dog. Let's be honest.
She came with the relationship, and I love her.
Yeah.
I was horrified. I want to warn people. You think your little dog won't do that?
You were horrified that
Something
she.
same size as her.
You were horrified that she pulled through the pork eating experience. That's what you're saying.
She pulled right through that
Yeah.
pork eating experience.
Damn it! I mean,
She's a
thank
little
goodness.
pig, though.
Wow. What kind of a dog is it?
It's a Chihuahua.
Oh, Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
All right. So here's what
Stole
you're
her
saying.
from Texas and brought her up to Portland.
You at some point did a pork butt. Did you do a pork butt cook today?
No, this was an old one I was getting rid of that I didn't finish
Oh,
because
no.
I eat. There's not enough people that like barbecue here. I need people to eat what I'm making.
All right. So it was left out, or did the dog root into trouble?
I had stepped outside and I was about to take the trash out.
Wow.
And it didn't even take long to come back in and find it in disarray.
Well, I don't want to be the
And,
bearer
my
of bad
dog
tidings.
waddling.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad tidings, Stover, but this doesn't bode well for your upcoming parental responsibilities. You're just going to leave that
Are we
kid-
announcing?
You just... Oh,
Are-
what? We're not
Let's announce
announcing
on your
anything.
show. Yeah,
no,
that's right.
no. I'm just saying, if you're going to be having kids, this doesn't bode well for you and Cassidy's parental. Well, mostly just you. I would imagine Cassidy would have been a little more forward thinking, but you can't. If you ever had a kid, you couldn't just leave it rolling around on the floor and step out for a second, right? I hope you know that.
And you know my kid would get right into that pork butt.
Yeah, the kid would just roll right over to that Traeger Pro 34, and there you go. Craziness would ensue.
Well, I can tell you that my impending child will have $564 less in their college fund.
Wow.
Oh, and 5 cents.
And 5 cents.
I'm looking at the bill right now.
Yeah, great. Well, it's a business write-off.
Do you
though,
know
right?
a doctor charges you $60 to shove a syringe in your dog and inject her full of fluid?
Oh, you don't have to get me started on vets. I mean, It's highway robbery in its most legal form for whatever reason, but, what can I tell you? Here's a story. 2 cats went to a veterinarian. $300 later, I got the bill. Yikes. For what? Cats.
Well, I wanted to warn everyone, don't leave your food out, people.
All right.
Learn from me.
Food safety and pet safety.
Yes.
Yeah.
I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and I almost killed my dog.
Yeah, see? I'm glad we only did 2 birds instead of 2 birds and a dog. Well, hopefully the dog's on the mend, and I appreciate you sharing this PSA with us, Stover.
Hey, would you tell people that I'm no longer on the Best Barbecue Show?
I think you just did. All right.
I've been saying, my new favorite question is, where's Stover?
Where is Stover? He's in the Pacific Northwest, right?
That's right.
All right.
Happy.
All right, check this out. Go talk to John. Make him happy. I got real business to attend to. Public service announcement, don't leave pork butt out if you have a dog. I'm not going to say it's specifically related to Chihuahuas because I believe dogs would eat anything. Watch out. Safety first. Hey, folks, let me talk to you quickly about Southside Market and Barbecue. Attention, anyone who loves sausage and barbecue. Established in 1882, Southside Market is the oldest barbecue joint in Texas and has been owned and operated by the same family for 3 generations. Famous for the original beef sausage, coarse ground and a natural pork casing, the authentic Central Texas barbecue. Absolutely. All meats included, the prime briskets are slow smoked for many hours over real Texas post oak wood. They ship nationwide via the online store, SouthsideMarket.com. They also ship fresh and smoked sausage nationwide. Shipping customers can choose to order now and ship later, include custom gift notes, and mail multiple items to multiple addresses without additional shipping charges. How nice is that? All shipped items are vacuum sealed to ensure freshness and ease of preparation by the customer. Shipped in dry ice to ensure complete freshness upon arrival. All meats are processed on their on-site USDA-inspected facility. How many places have that? Few. On-site markets for fresh and smoked products. Custom orders welcome. There's 2 restaurants for you to try. Of course, Elgin, since 1882, and Bastrop, Texas, since 2014. Grocery distribution through Texas and many surrounding state. Here's the kicker. 10% off coupon for orders online. Use promo code BBQ Central Show. One word, lowercase, BBQ Central. Sorry, not show. BBQ Central. BBQ Central at SouthsideMarket.com. Get 10% off your entire online order. If you're interested in having their products be part of your product line, you can do private labeling. They're certainly open to that. Or they can custom make stuff. If you have a recipe, you want to do research and development, or both sides of that, they can do it. Hit them up again, SouthsideMarket.com. Coupon code for 10% off your online purchase, BBQ Central. One word, lowercase, BBQ Central. Sam the Cooking Guy coming up right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by Butcher's Barbecue. That's right, makers of award-winning injections, marinades, rubs, seasonings, barbecue sauces, grilling oils. All of Butcher Barbecue products have been tested on the competition circuit as well as in backyards worldwide. Be the pitmaster of your neighborhood. Visit butcherbbq.com and stock up now. Always trust your butcher. My first guest tonight, multiple-time author, multiple-time Emmy award-winning TV show host. You see him leading cooking classes, potentially going to be a guest judge coming up this weekend. Well, no, sorry, not guest judge. Hey, we'll get into it. Don't worry. But tonight we're talking about a number of topics, not the least of which is getting an update on the new restaurant venture, Not Tacos. Let's go ahead and race to the Traeger Grills hotline and welcome friend of the show, Sam, the cooking guy. Sam, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. Hold on. I can fix my headphones. Wait. Hold on.
That's all right. It's not like we've been planning this for weeks and weeks on end. No problem. We didn't spend 20 minutes doing sound check last night for nothing, right?
All right, fine. What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, thank you. How come I can't see you?
Well, it's,
Like
as I was saying, hold on, let me see.
Is that my problem?
I don't know. Does this work? Is that better?
No.
No?
I mean, I see you. It doesn't matter. I don't need to see you.
All right.
You can see, as long as you can see me.
Yeah, I can see you perfectly. Remember when I was talking about the whole Skype upgrade, working with my video thing and, whatever. So, got to wait for the next update. Whatever.
Damn technology. Am I right?
Technology is the best until it doesn't work, and then it's the worst.
God. You know what I saw the other day? I saw a payphone.
A real payphone?
A real payphone. And not only did I laugh because I had no use for it.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, it was amusing that there's still a few out there. But the idea of picking up a disgusting payphone really horrified me.
Yeah, so you never really knew, or did you always know that was kind of a germy, icky situation, but when you're forced into it, you put it out of your mind?
I think that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I'm not a germaphobe, but something came to mind when I saw that horrified me.
What?
But you know what? Look, I went to the supermarket today. I used a cart. I did not get one of those little wipes that they offer and clean off the handles and all the way. I just don't do that. So I don't know why that creeped me out, a payphone, but who knows?
I'm trying to draw some type of supportive correlation here, but I can't.
You don't need to.
If you're not using the baby wipe across the handle on what I would imagine would be at least 1 million times more people putting their hands on than that payphone.
I know.
No help.
That's the thing. That's why there's a disconnect.
Yeah. That's all right. Sam, the cooking guy, joining us here on the show. TheCookingGuy.com, his website. The Cooking Guy on a bunch of social media handles as well. So
nice to be here.
Last time you were on, Sam, you were just at the precipice of opening Not Tacos. Now we've broken the maiden. We've broke the maiden, and
we've been open for a month.
Open for a month. So 4 weeks in.
4 weeks in. Go ahead.
How's business? How's it trending, both from a monetary success side and a social side?
Okay. Both doing well.
Yeah.
Selling many more tacos than we imagined.
So I'm here's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So you're game planning the whole concept of the taco. They're not tacos, but they're not your traditional tacos.
Correct.
What kind of a number is thrown out from a forecasting standpoint where you're like, hey,
I don't really like talking about that. Why do you got to ask me that question?
I have to ask the hard-hitting question. So it's like, okay.
Well, how much did you make last year?
I made $147,000. That's why I drive a Mercedes-Benz to work and you drive a Hyundai. Can you name that movie?
No. What movie is that?
Glenn Ross. It's the best.
Oh, my God. Wait, coffee is for closing.
Yes. I can recite the whole 9-minute thing.
By the way, for anybody that hasn't seen the movie, let me say right now, get it.
Yeah.
Drink scotch during it or bourbon or something brown.
Yeah.
The lights down low. It is not a Sunday morning sunshine outside movie.
No.
If you can wait till fall when it's raining, now you got yourself perfect Glenn Ross watching weather.
Yeah. It's as a sales professional, I watch the Alec Baldwin speech 3 or 4 times a week.
He is unbelievable. Every actor in that movie is absolutely the best.
Oh.
And it is not, ladies and gentlemen, it is not uplifting in the least.
No.
So don't expect a fun, joyous, honey, come on, let's watch this movie. Greg and Sam said it's excellent. It is excellent.
Yeah.
But it is not a honey, come watch this movie.
No, you can tell because first place is a Cadillac. Second place is steak knives. Third place is you're fired. It's not like try again next month. It's you're fired. Hit the bricks, pal, and beat it because you are going out.
If you've ever been in sales, ever.
Yeah, got to see it.
This is something you have to see.
Yep.
And if you've never been in sales, never.
This will keep you out.
This is something you must see. Yeah, it's that good.
All right, so let's get back to the question at hand here.
So I'm not going to tell you numbers. I'm just going to say.
Wait, but here was the question.
Okay, go ahead.
How many, do you say, okay, at the 400th taco of the day, we break even and everything is, then we start to turn a profit, or is it 600 or is it 1,000? What's that number?
There is a number, an average number of tacos per day.
Right.
That we projected success at.
All right. Making
money, everybody happy.
Yeah.
Nobody getting rich. It get rich in the restaurant business. You got to have, a lot of them.
Yeah. And they got to be successful.
Right. But everybody going home at the end of the day pretty happy.
Yeah.
Like we've been successful. So we're doing a bunch more than that. It's funny, I didn't
I don't understand why you won't tell me what that number is. Like, who cares?
Why does it matter? Who cares? You're right. I care. I don't know. I've just not. I've been asked 3 times now, and I've said no every time.
Well, so I just want to give you some insight into my thinking.
Go ahead.
At home, I could eat, on a good day, 5 tacos. Loaded up, not skimping, like loaded up, lettuce, tomato, cheese, no onion, the meat, all that stuff, the cajota cheese. I can eat 5. So
wait, what was that cheese?
Cajota.
It's
part German, part Mexican. So I'm thinking to myself, well, in a scaled up restaurant, could it be hundreds or does it have to be thousands? I guess that's what I'm thinking of. Like I just project out wild.
It's a lot of tacos, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not going to get that.
Look, I don't know why I have to share that information.
I'm not asking you to share the revenue stream or what the margin is. It's just a number.
Hey, come on. Does it matter? I mean, you do simple math. You could figure it out.
All right.
You're not stupid. You deal with big numbers.
Oh, I'm pretty stupid.
No, you're not.
Thank you for saying that.
No, you're much smarter than I am. Look, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say this about that.
Yeah.
So we imagine this number that would be here.
Yeah.
We sold this many tacos, we'd be happy. We're selling many more tacos than that. Almost twice as many tacos as that.
Really?
Yeah. So we're very pleased. What we didn't know was what, like the most popular ones would be.
Yeah.
That you could never tell. I don't think we could tell that in advance because, all we have to go on is the tastings that we did. There was 7, 8 of us. And we all had, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? And as we were tasting, and we tasted in batches of about 8 or 9 with like 3 sessions. And, somebody would go, John would go, this is my favorite. And then the next time there'd be a different batch of 8 or 9, and he'd go, this is my favorite. I go, well, which one is your favorite? He goes, this one. And then like 3 tacos later, he goes, no, this is my favorite. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. But, your group that you're surrounded with, there are no yes people because we're all invested in this.
Yeah.
But is that really the way it's going to go? Or is everybody just stand around going, holy F, this shit's great.
Yeah.
We can't make a mistake. I've said it many times before. People go into the restaurant business with the wrong idea in mind. People will sit in a restaurant, eat lasagna. The lasagna sucks. The husband may say to the wife, this lasagna is horrible. This restaurant is packed. Your lasagna is 10 times better than this. Imagine if we had a restaurant with your lasagna.
Yeah.
Let's open a restaurant. Nemo's that closed a month ago is available. And it's been 10 things in the past 5 years.
Right.
It's close to our house. I can do my regular job and that. You do the kitchen. I'll run the front of house and we'll be successful.
Bam.
And then they go in and they're done in 2 months because they haven't planned on the money. They've changed the menu 3 times because things didn't sell the way they thought they would. So you don't know going in. And apart from there being a number that we hoped we would hit per day of tacos,
Yeah.
I didn't really give too much consideration to what would be the most popular, or if really even if people would like them. And it wasn't an arrogance thing. There were too many other things, honestly, to worry about than whether people would like the food, which is maybe a stupid way to do this.
I mean, don't people have to like the food most?
Yes, they do. But for me, it was, as we got closer, I knew the food was good. But in that lasagna case,
Right.
They know their food is good, and they go belly up. So I was convinced the food was good. I thought we'd be putting out a great product. My partners believed the same, maybe even more strongly than I. But as we got closer, for me, it became, holy shit, now it's not me making 8 tacos for friends. Now it's cooks that are being trained to make hundreds of tacos my way.
Mm-hmm.
Will they taste right? Will they be cooked right? Will they look right on the plate? And that's not an insignificant thing, man. It is not an insignificant thing. And fortunately, one of our group has opened 40 plus restaurants, and he's got his shit down. I mean, you want to surround yourself with people that really know what the hell they're doing.
Yep.
Because we've had this conversation before. I did not know how to run a restaurant. In fact, did not want to run a restaurant. And really, it's not tacos by Sam the cooking guy, but I have partners that are handling the running the restaurant part.
Yeah.
And I'm handling the food part, the personality, the branding, the marketing, the advertising. And marketing in the sense that I'm the face of it. There's a marketing person, Katie Barton, that does amazing things for us. There's nothing she can't do. And she turns, my ideas, her ideas into reality. And it's fantastic. It takes a village, man. It really does.
So as you're doing all this planning and now you're in it, and you're in, let's say, at week 2, is there a big unforeseen obstacle that comes up? Or because you have an experienced group with you, they were really able to plan for any pitfalls that might come up because of their experience before?
Here's the unforeseen obstacle was not week 2. It was right away, and it was not being prepped properly enough for the volume we ended up doing. That was the problem. I'd come in. I'm not there 8 hours or 10 or 12 hours a day.
Yep.
I'd come in and I'd hear somebody go, 86 the Sunday dinner. And I'm looking around. I go, why are we 86ing the Sunday dinner? We don't have any stuffing.
Oh.
We didn't make enough stuffing? No. I mean, we'll make some now, but it's going to take, like a while. I go, how did we not? That was the thing. We were getting railroaded by certain things. The Korean short rib taco is our number one seller by probably 40%.
Wow.
40% over the next one, which is the Kelly shrimp taco. It's another problem, by the way. But we didn't see that coming. And the short rib it's a process. We're not buying cooked fucking, marinated short rib. We're buying short rib. We're trimming it.
Raw?
Raw.
Yeah.
Trimming the extra fat, freezing it in lengths about this long and about 2.5, 3 inches square, that long. Wrapping it in saran and freezing it.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's frozen, we unwrap it. We put it on the slicer and we slice it thin, and then we put our marinade that we make on it. We marinate it for at least 4 hours, and then when it gets cooked, the raw short rib goes on the flat top. It cooks literally in about a minute and a half. And it's amazing. It's fantastic. But we were constantly running out.
Wow.
No short rib. We had problems with that. Salmon, no 86 the salmon. I go, fuck the 86. What is going on? And it took us 2.5 weeks to really get our prep game strong and reliable.
So can you over prepare? In other words, there's probably a pretty good feeling that, at least for those first handful of days, because who you are and the following that you have, you're probably going to start out all right. So is there a running of or a hedging of how much do we want to run with initially, because it might start to peel back after week 2 or 3 and become whatever normal would be?
Frankly, we were just caught with our pants down.
Yeah.
Based on those initial numbers that somebody else came up with. I didn't come up with that.
As far as what would be a favorite and what wouldn't?
And how many of them we'd sell.
Yeah.
But if we're selling almost twice as many as we imagined, that was the position we were in day one. And we never knew what would be the favorite. We never knew Korean short rib would sell almost twice as many as its next closest competitor.
Can you place any validity in the fact that you hear short rib and somehow people are just turning that into what is really the most popular way to cook right now, which is barbecue, and you're riding that wave at this point?
Yeah, you know what? So here's, the top 2 tacos are the shrimp, called Kelly's shrimp, named after my wife, because if I didn't, I'd probably be sleeping on the couch.
It's pretty hot, too.
Thank you. Yeah. And the short rib. And one of my partners says this. He goes, look, in the beginning he said this, and now it seems to just be happening. But he goes, I think they are number 1 and 2 respectively, because they're known things. People love short rib, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing a ridiculously large part of your audience loves short rib, because who doesn't love a short rib, right? Mashed potatoes, however, the grill, however you're going to do them.
Yep.
They're glazed, they're whatever. It's great meat. It's delicious, right? It's unctuous, I'd like to say. So it's a known thing. Shrimp in a taco is a known thing. We don't do a Mexican version of it, but it's still, people get it. So here's the rest of the menu. A meatloaf taco, curried egg salad, Sunday chicken dinner, which is, stuffing and chicken and this really delicious sage gravy that we make from scratch. Thank you very much. Pastrami. And I think his thinking was, people are looking at this and going, pastrami, what the F is that? How is that a taco? How is meatloaf a freaking taco?
It's not a taco.
It's not. Thank you. Shrimp, I understand, and short rib, I understand.
Yeah.
I'll take one of each of those, please. But whatever his thinking was, however it went, is now blown out the window, because those are still number 1 and 2.
Sam,
now we're repeat customers, so it's not like just new people are coming in.
Do you wish that you would have had your own space at this point, or is the hall scene still?
I think the hall scene. So for those that don't know, there's 6 restaurants in this food hall. It's not that big. I don't know. It's maybe 5,500 square feet. Mm-hmm. I think it was a really good way to test the concept. It would have been too scary going full restaurant, Greg. Which I love the idea of. I love the idea of flushing out the menu to have things that complement the tacos. Sides, salads, booze, that kind of thing. So that may come.
Is that like in discussion now, or was that always a part of, if this works, let's contingency plan?
I think the thinking always was, if this works, there could be more, or should be more if it works. I don't know that we said what it would look like. For me, it looks a little more a restaurant-like than this. Like, we're dealing in literally our whole cooking area is about 230 square feet.
Oh, wow.
That's 10 by 23.
Yeah.
It's not very big. It's tiny. And our tacos, while there's a few components to each, but it just takes a bit. The pastrami taco has this amazing pastrami that goes on the flat top. It cooks. You flip it. I mean, really, it cooks in about a minute.
Yeah.
You flip it, You put a piece of Munster cheese on it. You hit the edges with a little water from a squeeze bottle. You put a lid on it. It melts the cheese beautifully. You take a cooked tortilla. You put this mustard horseradish on it. So that's one component.
Yep.
Then you put this coleslaw, peppery celery seed coleslaw on it. Then the pastrami and the cheese on top of that. Then it gets crispy onions. Then it gets dill pickles. And so, one of my partners is fond of saying, look, we have 11 tacos, but we have, 58 things that go into those. But those 58 things are not single 58 items. The Korean short rib has sour cream on the tortilla and this gochujang sauce that we made. It's a Korean pepper paste mixed with 3 other things. Yep. So there's 4 things in the sauce and the sour cream. Those go on the bottom. Then green onion and jicama. Then the short rib that's been marinated in 7 things. And then crispy panko, which is not regular panko. We make it crispy. And then green onions. So, cut green onions. So there's a lot of shit that goes into our taco.
It's not Taco Bell fast.
It is not Taco Bell, no.
Stuff. Slap it in, slap it around, wrap it, and away you go.
No, it is not. It's a lot of work. And we really like it. But so, the idea that we would have more space and be able to flesh out the concept a little more and start to do other things, you can't do I don't think you could do just a whole restaurant with only tacos. That's why you need salads to go with it and sides to go with it and stuff like that. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's all good. It's all good. We have great problems of having to figure out, how to handle this stuff. And now tomorrow, at the end of our first month, we're introducing our first limited time offer taco.
Like a seasonal kind of thing? Or just limited
this
time?
One the idea was originally limited time offer in that it would be on the menu for 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We think it needs 4 weeks to really get some traction and give us a sense of how popular it is and whether it comes back. And it's the food hall is in San Diego's Little Italy, a really significant Little Italy in this country, one of the most significant, really active association, and anyway, it's great. So I've coined the phrase is the official taco of Little Italy. It's an eggplant Parmesan taco that we will be debuting tomorrow night. So look, we put shit in a taco that maybe other people don't, but why can't you? This was supposed to be a chicken parm taco.
Yeah.
And our group came over here, and I made a chicken parm taco. We all stood around and went, holy shit, it's freaking delicious. And I said, okay, so look, just keep that in your mind. I'm going to try one more thing. I'm a fan of an eggplant Parmesan, but I do a grilled eggplant parm.
All right.
So for your listeners or your viewers, we'll call them.
Fans.
You're fans.
Thanks.
I get my grill going. I put a 1/2-inch slice of eggplant on it. Right out of the globe eggplant sliced.
Yep.
Little olive oil, salt, pepper goes in. When it starts getting pretty soft, I flip it. I put a piece of mozzarella cheese on it. And then I take a similar size slice of fresh tomato, little olive oil on that and salt and pepper, and throw that on the grill beside it. Now that becomes the sauce.
Yep.
And then, you got the melty cheese on top of the eggplant. You've got a bun. Focaccia bun would be great, or something like that. Ciabatta roll.
Yeah.
Slice it, olive oil, face down on the grill. It gets the marks on it. It gets the color. And then I take mayo and I mix it with a bunch of very finely chopped basil and a little garlic, finely minced garlic, and some salt and pepper. Mix that together. You got the bun. This garlic basil aioli goes on. Then the eggplant with the melty cheese, the tomato slice, some shredded Parmesan, and you're away to the races.
What
it's really good. I don't know. What?
Can we as a culture stop saying melty? It's the worst effing word ever. Like, what the? It's melting. It's melted. Or that's it. It's not melty. What the hell is melty? What does that mean? It's the worst.
Sure, Greg. I think it means
Melt.
all those same damn things.
Oh.
Hold on.
Melt.
Hey, Siri,
Oh, my God. Let's go to the authority.
spell melty.
Melty.
No, she spelled milty. Shut up.
I found this.
Hey, Siri.
Website.
Stop it. Spell melty. I hate her guts.
Got it.
We're fighting. We had an argument on the way home. So
Oh, yeah. She'll win.
she's not on my side right now.
All right.
I don't know what's wrong with melty.
It's the worst.
Stop it.
It's a BS made up word.
Oh, I can't believe.
Here's what I'm saying. I say everything you just said. Eggplant with a piece of melted Parmesan cheese.
Go ahead.
Blah blah blah. There you go. That's what I just said.
Okay, melted past tense.
But it's already melted.
Melty.
It's already melted.
Melty
Yeah.
tells me it's still dripping.
Hot
Right,
melted.
do a 10 listener poll.
Melted cheese.
A 10 fan poll. Ask people to go comment right now.
Okay, here we
Is
go.
melty a word? And look, they're all on your side, so I know how this is going to go.
Yeah, okay. So I was going to say, do you really want me to do this, or do you know that you're
Go
just
ahead.
gonna
I know
get
how it's going to go.
All right, go ahead. So tell me melty is a word, yes or no? And Sam, we'll come. Let me hold you over for one more. We'll get into a little bit more not taco, and then we'll talk about hot dogs and steak cooking, if you don't mind.
Let's help your people make something different.
My people. All right. So
as if the grilled eggplant parm
that was pretty
is
good.
not different enough that they should be making this weekend. I'm just saying.
Yeah, melty cheese and all. All right, stand by.
It rolls off the tongue.
I know. It rolls off the tongue. All right. Stand by, and we'll be back with more Sam the Cooking Guy here. Let me talk to you quickly about Traeger. We love Traeger grills here. Behind every great meal is a great grill, but not just any grill. The Traeger grill and Timberline's Traeger's most advanced grill yet. It allows you to grill, smoke, bake, roast, braise, and barbecue like a pro, no matter what your level. Thanks to the incredible wood-fired taste. Seriously, you don't know flavor till you're cooking with it. Traeger grills use all-natural hardwood pellets, so you're literally cooking with flavor. From low and slow smoked ribs to a seared steak, even a baked apple pie, Traegers can handle it all. And the Traeger Timberline makes it even easier thanks to the Wi-Fi capability. You can check on cooks, kick up temperatures, and set custom cook cycles anytime, anywhere, all right from your phone on the Traeger Grill app. In fact, if I had one on, I could go check the temperature of my brisket right now. You can find one at your local Traeger dealer or check them out online, TraegerGrills.com. If you want to fire up that barbecue game and step it up a level, Traeger shop classes are going coast to coast, bringing barbecue knowledge and amazing wood-fired food everywhere they go. Taught by professional pit masters, you'll take home the skills you need to reach barbecue glory. Find a shop class near you and sign up today at TraegerGrills.com/shopclass. That's TraegerGrills.com/shopclass. We are back with Sam the Cooking Guy right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, we are back. This portion of the show being brought to you by CookingPellets.com. That's right, your number one source for quality wood pellets. For all your pellet-driven cookers, visit CookingPellets.com for more information or to purchase. You can also buy them at Amazon.com. Don't forget they have a free app for you to download, so when you get great shipping rates, Cooking Pellets app will alert you. And again, that's Amazon.com or right from the website, CookingPellets.com. Sam, thanks for hanging with me.
Greg, I'm here for you, my friend.
All right, so I want to talk to you about...
Can I just tell your fans one thing?
Yeah.
Okay, two things. I was thinking about this before. I don't know that they understand this, but you run your own board.
Yeah.
All of the tricks and toys and things that are going on that they see, you do yourself. There's nobody else doing that.
Correct.
And you might giggle, but it to me it's very impressive.
Thank you.
And they need to understand that I call in at about 6:13 or 6:14 you answer my Skype call and place it on hold while you're talking and doing other things.
Right.
And then you join me into the show at the appropriate time, which, by the way, is always exactly on time.
Thank you.
It's quite a feat that you pull off there.
It started out so very simply. One monitor, one board, one microphone, no cameras at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And then over time, it just, so obviously nobody can see it, but I'm looking at a monitor to my left, a monitor straight ahead, a monitor off to the right where I can see you, and then I have a fourth monitor, which is my touch control board. And then I also have an iPad with sound effects, things of this nature.
You know what?
It's a whole deal.
I think you should do a little behind the scenes one day, and it might require shooting a little footage that you can then roll and talk over while it's playing for people. But I know people are always fascinated in behind the scenes anything. So I think they'd like to see that. But I said I wanted to mention two things. One is how impressed I am with the way you run your show.
Thank you.
But two is, and I don't know, and I'm pretty certain none of your fans know this. We've never met
in person.
And the crazy thing is, we never met in person. I consider you one of my very good friends.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Back at you, buddy.
Oh, there you go. I was waiting for that. Thanks.
No doubt.
I'm very insecure.
Well, that's a good way to lead it in and get that positive reinforcement.
But it's interesting. It's funny. I've got friends from, growing up that I don't see very often because they're in different cities. And yet we're still friends. You don't have to see somebody to have a connection, a bond.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
Sam Sam the cooking guy joining me here. All right, so let's talk steak just for a couple minutes. I know you had steak last night.
You saw that picture.
Actually, you had this steak last night for dinner. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the steak you had for dinner.
Picture you're showing.
You got the corn, you got the steak all nicely sliced and fanned out. There's a salad up there, top right. I mean, it looks super good.
Yes, there is.
Very, very good. So I have on the show for the last month or so, I have been putting in my own research on what I've been calling the purposeful undercooking of steaks across America, potentially across the world, but I have no interest in going anywhere else, but right here in America. And there's some great steakhouses here.
Okay, Howard Stern.
Yeah,
keep going.
But I really don't. So I've found, and I'm not the only one that has thought this. I've actually read a few different articles, I think from Eater or some reputable food online landscape that has also supported what I've long thought to be the case, that you would go to a restaurant, you'll order, let's say, medium, and inevitably that steak is really going to come out medium rare at best. And my assertion for that is they're cooking it under solely for the purpose of not having to throw it away, because if you
I get what you're saying.
If you take the steak over,
if they screw it up.
If you take the steak over, you can't bring it back. If you serve it under, so I think they're working two angles here. I think they put that steak down undercooked in front of you, and they're hoping that they know there's a percentage of people who are going to cut into it. They're going to see it's underdone and go, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not confrontational. I'm just going to eat it, and I'll be done with it. And they win. Or the second version is going to be somebody's going to cut into it and go, put it back on for another 2-3 minutes and bring it up to temperature. They don't have to throw it away. Take it over, you're done with it. You got to throw it away, and potentially you're cooking a whole different one, or you're crediting back off the bill. So I think restaurants are cooking under, but I wanted to see how much are they undercooking. So I've tasked my embedded correspondents. I got one in Texas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee, plus myself. We've been going around to various levels of steakhouses and ordering steaks. We initially requested 130. Okay?
Wait a second. You're telling me
this is a research.
When the server says,
how would you like your steak?
You say 130 degrees.
I would like you to cook. Can you cook that steak to 130 degrees internal temperature?
And he doesn't hit you over the head with a shoe?
Why should he?
Well, I don't know, because they're in a world of rare, medium, well.
Yeah.
Fucked up. I mean.
Okay, so if they go, no.
Never heard of anybody doing that in my life.
No, we can't do that. I say, okay, cook it to medium, because we all know, according to Meathead's food chart, medium is 135 degrees. Actually, it might be a little higher. So we've been, so here's what we want. We want, so we say 130 degrees or medium, and then we want to see, and then we take our thermopens to the restaurant.
Oh, you can't do that.
This is research, pal.
Go ahead. I don't think it's solid research.
Okay. I mean, it's 100% solid research. We're asking for something, and then we are scientifically checking it.
But when the thing comes off the stove or the broiler, however the grill, however that restaurant is cooking, and it rests for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Are you there stabbing your thermopen?
I'm allotting for 5 degrees of carry. If that steak hits my table at 135, you have hit the market. You have hit the mark. I'm allotting for carryover, all that stuff. I'm telling you.
I would love to have a private conversation with all of your fans and see how many think you're insane. That and the melty thing.
Why? Because I'm exposing how bad restaurants are cooking steaks or how long they're really holding.
Well, honestly, I tell you, if Kelly and I went out for dinner Saturday night, server said, I go, I'd like the bone-in ribeye, please. And they go, sure, sir. Certainly, sir. How would you like that? I go, I'd like it 129.5 degrees.
Now you're being ridiculous.
She would kick me in the nuts.
You're being ridiculous. I think if you went to a steak restaurant, if you went to George's, Jorge's, Javier's, right?
Go ahead.
You go to Javier's. You probably couldn't even get in.
Any Mexican-inspired name because this is San Diego.
By the way, I happen to know Javier's is like one of the most prolific restaurants in San Diego, and you know I'm right. Validate it. You know it. Could you get into Javier's? No.
Just continue.
Right.
Please continue.
So go to Javier's. Order your steak, bone-in ribeye.
Go ahead.
When they say, how would you like that cooked? Say, is it possible for you to take that to 130 degrees internal? And if they look at you like a kook, then you say,
you're
no.
screwed.
Then you say, okay, could you do it medium? Do it medium.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, great God of the thermopen. Which, by the way, everybody in your audience should have a thermopen.
Well, they got at least one.
At least one. It is the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So how many times have you done it? Just answer. How many times have you requested steak at a particular temperature? Just answer that first.
I've done it one time so far. I'm going to do it another time over the weekend.
And did they say yes or did they give you the huh?
No, she said yes.
Okay, and what happened?
They served me 135 degrees. They hit
cool with that.
They hit it. I told the lady I want 130 degrees internal temperature. She said, okay. And I said, in full disclosure, I'm also going to be producing a thermometer. I'm going to temp that thing. I'm doing some research.
Oh,
blah, blah, blah.
See, now look at.
What?
Oh, now they did extra work on your steak in the back.
Why?
Because you told them you had a thermopen.
Yeah?
Well, now they went back. They went, all right.
Why does it have to change?
The nerd at table 7 is doing some crazy shit, and now we've got to get your chef. Chef, do you have your thermopen? Yes. All right. Get it out.
Yeah, heaven forbid I pay good money for a steak and you should cook it right. Oh, dear Lord. Heaven forbid,
I'm not
right?
saying.
God. Why don't I just chuck $70 out the window?
All I'm saying is that you tipped your hand by saying, I will be producing a thermometer, an instant read, the best instant read thermometer made on this planet.
Yeah.
I'll be temping the steak as you bring it to the table. Probably as you're putting it down. I won't even wait for it to land on the table.
When I go to Red the Steakhouse over the weekend, I'll just order it 130 degrees, but I will not say anything about a thermopen. You think there's going to be that big of a difference?
I don't know, but I think
Well,
yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
And by the way,
yeah,
what was that restaurant that you did that 130 degrees thing at?
Dante's.
Yeah. Well, by the way, if you went into Dante's kitchen right now, your picture would probably be on the wall saying, if this douchebag shows up, make sure.
Jeez.
Exactly.
Right. Man, journalists get no no props for trying to try to run with the story.
No, but when
I'm trying to expose the underbelly of the fact that people will not cook steak right.
Walking in saying, "Can I have a 130-degree steak?" I'm a little weird, but that's where I like it. That's one thing.
Yeah,
I'd like a 130-degree steak, Daniel. By the way, I've got 8 scientists with scientific equipment and a nuclear thermometer here to check when we're done.
In my pants.
That's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm going to stick this steak with something in my pants. It's going to tell me if it's done or not. All right, well, let's move on from that topic.
And by the way, how to take the joy out of ordering a steak in a restaurant and eating.
Okay, yeah. Again, research. I'm going to task you.
You're doing this.
You should do it for me. You should do it for me too. Right? 130 degrees. Commit.
I don't want
Daniel Vaughn said he'd do it.
In San Diego to say,
"Oh my,
Sam the cooking guy is a bit of a d-bag."
So worried about the press.
Steak at a certain temperature. Who does that? And the article would go on to say, the only time we've heard anybody doing that is a Mr. Greg Rempe in Cleveland, which is apparently he lives not too far away from that guy that held 3 girls in his basement.
It's 10 years ago, for crying out loud. God.
Does it matter?
Hold a couple girls in the basement against their will one time. You can't get over it.
Is it not a true
It wasn't my dad.
My dad.
Christ.
Good Lord, man.
All right. We got a couple minutes left here. Let's move off the steak. Let's go right on to hot dogs.
Yes.
Do you have a preferred method?
I do.
I saw you doing the cut curly Q thing or the slot dog or whatever they call it.
Whatever a slot dog? I don't even know what that is. Here's what I like to do. I like to take my dog. I like to boil it for a couple minutes in a pot, maybe 3 or 4. I think it plumps it up. Stop laughing. You're laughing. Mr. Thermopan in a restaurant, 130 degrees is laughing at me. I take my hot dog. I put it in a pot.
Yeah.
I boil it for a couple of minutes. It gets it there. It plumps it up a little bit. And then I like to finish it on a flat griddle or a cast iron pan.
Yeah.
Super hot. Look, it's cool to take a knife and do those little slits on all sides. They open up.
Yeah.
They're just crevices to accept ketchup, mustard, grilled onions, whatever you like to put on it. Sour cream. There's a Seattle hot dog that is famous for being the dog cooked properly, and then lots of sour cream and a ton of green onions. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
All right. So I like hot dogs in general. Let me ask you this follow-up question, by the way. July 4th, Joey Chestnut beat his competition eating 74 hot dogs and buns in a 10-minute time frame.
I'd say the kid's amazing, but he's no longer a kid. He's now, 34 or something?
He's near 40. By the way, Joey Chestnut, friend of show, done the show a couple different times. In a 10-minute time...
I'm impressed.
Yeah, in a 10-minute time frame, how many hot dogs could you eat?
Oh, it's so funny. 10?
Really? Wow.
No. I have no idea. How many?
Wow. I've weighed in at 6.
Like
tops.
You're talking like your basic.
Yes. One hot dog.
Short dog. Nothing special. No foot longs. Nothing.
No, just the regular Nathan wiener like they would eat in the hot dog competition. That's the standard wiener.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
I figure I get the first one down in a minute.
Easy.
Right? Second one down in the second minute. There's 2.
You can do
now
8
I got
more.
8 more. So that's a dog and a bun in a minute.
Woof.
Have you actually timed this?
No.
What gives you the number? Would you say 6?
I said 6.
We got to do, dude.
Because my thought is,
can we do this sometime?
Yeah, let's do it. We should figure out how we can do it. Or we can probably Instagram live it, right? I can share a screen with you and we can do it. Makes sense.
I'm completely down.
Yeah, all right. We'll have to do it. All right. Oh, shit. I'm way off. Hey, I got to run.
Hey.
I got to run.
Okay. All right, go.
Sam the Cooking Guy can be found at thecookingguy.com and at Not Tacos and not bringing a Thermapen to a steak restaurant.
You're a funny guy.
All right. Go see him if you're in the area. Also, by the way, if you are going to be around the Del Mar racetrack this coming weekend, Sam is going to be doing some cooking demos.
Bet on barbecue.
So if you're going to be around there, say hello to my...
Gets you all the barbecue you can eat and beers. Do you know I'm doing a demo? You know what I'm making?
No.
I'm calling it barbecued fried rice. I'm taking barbecued rib meat, barbecued chicken meats, and barbecue pork, pulled pork.
Yep.
Mixing it together and mixing it in to fried rice.
Oh.
Because I know all these barbecue guys end up with a shit ton and foil pans in their fridge the next day, and they go, "What do we do with this?" I'm here to tell you what to do with it.
Fried rice. Like it.
Fried rice. Yeah.
If you see him, say hello to my friend Sterling Ball from Big Papa Smokers. There's a good chance he's going to win the whole competition, all right?
Absolutely.
All right. Sam, always appreciate the time, my friend.
I'll go hug him for you. Thanks, man.
Right.
Love thinking.
There he is, Sam the Cooking Guy. Right there. I'm way late. I'm glad I looked over at the clock because I am very far behind.
This is Greg Rempe, host of the Barbecue Central radio show.
Yes.
And you are listening to
Little ID.
All barbecue and grilling all the time.
Now, I'll go ahead and do the quick read. Green Mountain Grills, that's right, some of the best pellet cookers out there on the market today. If you are looking for something that will house a lot of food, you want to look at the Jim Bowie. That's the biggest one. You could probably do 6-7 pork butts unpanned, probably up to 6 or so if you like to cook in the pans. Daniel Boone is the middle model. Probably get 4, maybe 5, depending on how you stack them in there. That's pork butts. Definitely a whole packer in the Daniel Boone. And then if you're looking for portability, versatility, Davy Crockett is the way you want to go. This one will fit in all your trucks and vans and SUVs. If you don't have access to a traditional power outlet, all you have to do is use 12-volt converter, plug it right into your car or whatever vehicle you have. And away it goes. You're not sacrificing a tremendous amount of capacity due to its portability easier. And don't forget, it is wood-fired. And Green Mountain Grill sells wood pellets and rubs and all the other accoutrements that you need in order to make a great cooking experience happen, whether it's on the campsite, and the upcoming tailgates, which we have coming up here very shortly. College football getting ready to ramp up. The first week of preseason NFL games is already under the belt as well. So if you're looking for something portable, Davy Crockett is definitely the one you're going to want to look at. Now, let's get back to the Daniel Boone and the Jim Bowie very quickly. Aside from the great cooking capacity and functionality of these two cookers, they also accept the Green Mountain Grill pizza oven insert. So rip the guts out of that cooker, set the pizza oven insert down, and now you have a high-heat pizza oven. You can have pizza parties, make your own pizza nights, do pizza every single night. The thin Neapolitan-style pies work exceptionally well in those. And again, wood-fired goodness all runs on pellets. Hit up greenmountaingrills.com. That's greenmountaingrills.com right now. And be sure to check out their full line of what they offer. Again, that's greenmountaingrills.com. We're back to wrap the first hour right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Big name interviews, advice on cooking brisket and ribs, and the only host willing to share his honest opinion on all things important in the world of barbecue. It's the Barbecue Central Show.
John Dawson weighing in with an email. Subject line, 7-pound dog. Remps, a 7-pound dog is known as a large cat. Yo quiero pork butt. I get it. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard. Monitor up to 6 different temperatures simultaneously. Connect to Wi-Fi for cloud-based monitoring or connect via Bluetooth. If you have Alexa or Google Assistant in your home, you're in luck because Fireboard is fully integrated with both. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232. That's 816-945-2232 or visit fireboard.com. All right. Let's wrap it up here and head to the second hour. Thanks again to Sam the Cooking Guy for joining me in the first hour. We battled on the steak issue. Did not see eye to eye there. But great to hear that Not Tacos is doing swimmingly at this point. a month in. So congratulations for making it the first 4 weeks, Sam. Continued success there. Can't wait to get out there and try them in person, hopefully sooner than later. A lot of stuff to get to in the second hour. Stick with me. We'll be right back.